Hello guys, I'm not sure if you can hear me, let me see. Yeah, we should be streaming now. Okay, hello, hope you're doing very well. Yesterday I was off, so I wasn't be able to be on the trades on the stream. I took some trades late in the evening though, making around 12%. I'll share with you by the end of the stream because now we're in a hot zone, and I'll explain that right now. Okay, so basically, just give me a second to sort out. Okay. Okay, so basically we're in the hot zone now. I'll try to explain while I'm trading. So here, basically, with this is about to take a short if we break below. That's the yesterday's previous day low. And also, I'll explain a little bit more on the way. And also, it's the weekly static value, the previous DVA, from the second week of the 9th of September, which, as I'll show you when it loads, yeah, as I'll show you. I'll try to watch my screen as well. So you see, if I open the chart, so this is basically the DVA from September, and that's the third week, I think. Sorry, just double lock it. Yeah, so this is basically like from September, and we'll see that it's still valid, and the way it reacts. Also, that's the quarterly. Let's go to the weekly. That's the weekly. Yeah, here we are. So you see how it reacts almost to the point. It seems that these areas, even 6 months after, they're still valid. So what we expect today is from the bearish point of view, because the bears are in control, until we recover this area here, at least, which seems impossible as the flows is now. So basically, we saw some initial reaction now, and if it breaks below, we are free to short it. If we short below, the next point of reference is on the weekly is this one, but we have another point of reference. Let me put some alerts so I can show you. Okay, so the next point of reference is the quarterly. Is the quarterly previous area. That's the next reference, and after that is this one, the weekly again. I think we're about to pass the monthly previous, so we're good to go from there. Should we have the quarterly? Yeah. So basically, if I can show you. Basically, yeah, if I can show you, here is the, if you see this one, basically the price has been like squeezed like a sandwich, like between these two previous DVAs from the the second and third week of the September of 24. It couldn't go higher. So now expect to test that again. And if it doesn't bounce, if we bounce, we may look for a long. But long is not in my favorite now, so I'm not gonna take it. So basically, our high for today is this one, aiming for first the quarterly and then for this one. So this is a little bit below. And or another scenario, just short again if we go rotational again, short from the highest here. Yeah, we don't have any other scenario for now, unless we go bounce back again as we did here, which I see very unlikely, and we'll take the short from there. So basically, we're looking for shorts today. Okay, let's go back to the chart. So we saw the initial reaction, which was expected, and so just now wait for possible retest and break below. When it breaks, we are free to short around here, basically. But when it breaks, we need to keep in mind it may as well do another retest on this level. So we just need a little bit of patience. Now, because there was a big level here, we may see reaction, we may see price going to the DVA and then just come down. So we just need a little bit of patience with that. Especially market is still closed. These are the market is still though a bit fast for ETH because we had the NFP before. With this which gave a little bit speed in the tape. Nothing much happened. It just retested this technical level here, bounced back to the level which the bulls need to reclaim. Just failed again, and we saw another reaction to the downside. So basically, the trend continues. So we saw overnight was basically a sideways action. So we see now that the retest is about to happen, but in 9 minutes we have the market opening. So I may wait for the market to open and see some reaction before I put the trade in. So we'll just wait a few minutes for the market to open. And as I see, since yesterday after the closing, the market has been sideways action going here. Basically the upper extreme, this one, and this one was the lower extreme. So basically, just to say my hypo again, is either to fade from here, which is the weekly previous DVA low from the third week of the September of 24, or fill the breakdown of the weekly previous DVA high of the second week of September, and in the middle somewhere around guess here somewhere. Yeah, somewhere here we have like the monthly previous DVA VWAP, which hasn't seemed to be reacting very much, so that's why I don't really pay attention to it. So it seems like for now the weekly is in play, and we may see some reaction later around this point. Yeah, around this point where we have the quarterly previous DVA VWAP. So kind of like of the uh, high time frame to talking, we have the space to move around from 90 for 57.20s up to 56. That's around 30 points range. We have some major levels here, like 1, 1, 2, and this one probably. So we'll just trail our trade on the way down. So we're going for a retest now of that weekly previous DVA high, and the market is open in 2 minutes as well. So we may see again some buyers stepping in as a reaction. Just to remind you, this level is significant both for the high time frames and the technical aspect. What we may see possible is basically entering, retesting it, and then leaving. Yeah, we may enter when it breaks up to 2 points here and put our stop above here, just in case it wants to recover. Okay, we see again some reaction. Not a big one though, but still some reaction. And the market open as well, so we may take a while for sellers and buyers to take their positions for the day, so we're just gonna be patient. We may see some, bouncing around. As I said, I'm not looking for longs, so I'm not gonna buy the bottoms. So we see there is two initial reactions there without any continuation to the upside. Basically the price, if you see here, that's the monthly previous DVA VWAP. So basically like price, like bouncing between those two high time frame levels. Where, as I said, we don't looking for to buy or anything. We're just gonna sell from here, here, or here towards here if it breaks. So our hypos are simple. Just have to be a bit patient. Another way to consider some shorts, if we come to that, could be from the VWAP, especially if we play the range. If it doesn't break today for some reason, it's going to be the here or to the VWAP. But I need to see first the VWAP testing it once. You know what I mean? I need to see respecting it. So just wait now. Because guys, patience is a virtue. I used to be, you know, like trading all over the place, over trading, over leveraging for a long time until I realized I'm not going anywhere, you know. You just basically every time you overtrade or you over leverage, you just, you know, basically dig up a hole for you. Then where you fell into the hole, and then you have to start all over again from scratch. And all this process, starting from again and again from the beginning, is uh, yeah, just takes too long. Just wastes this precious time. So, guys, one, you know, something to keep in mind is don't try to, you know, to skip the line or don't try to fool the system. You know, just trade small. You know, watch your trades, watch your risk management, and take your profits and stop for the day, or your losses and stop for the day. And this will save you like a lot of time down the line. I've seen worst case scenarios where like many other traders they started doing, you know, the same thing for 5 years, man, 5 years, and still, yeah, they realized it after 7 years. At least I realized it on my 2 years mark. So we see some possible retest from the weekly, for the intraday DVA low, but we're not interested in something taken here, even though we're gonna take like 15 points to the bottom. Okay, we see that the buyers could absorb around the DVA low, and basically you can see as well this level how it flips. So it wasn't able to recover to the upside. Okay, we can see some really nice candle now, some really nice volume. pushing down. Just remember, we need to see the level breaking and retesting it. Just gonna put something to wear because it's really coldish room today. Okay, we're back. Nothing really happened. We tried to retest the level. However, the price seems to hold and trying to push higher. Nothing very major really. Just remember, if we go here up high, well, we'll be looking to short around this area somewhere, like this area, or the overnight highs, somewhere here. Today the channel is very quiet, so I'm not where everyone is doing, if they're trading or if they're busy or anything else. So just reading some news as well in the meanwhile. So we'll see. We may see some reaction turn up for the VWAP, but let's wait and see. The bullish candles are really strong in the volume, but I'm not sure if it's enough, to make it to the top, to even to break these high levels, these bearish levels here. So we'll see some reaction from the VWAP. Just again to remind you, I'm willing to trade the VWAP. Not the first time, but if we retest the VWAP, so if we retest, I'm willing to take it. But probably we're gonna break it now. So The last time price broke this level, we tested this here, the extremes. It's the previous DVA VWAP and intraday of the previous day, and that's what we tested, and that was on the 6th of March. So if we break this level, we may see to try and short this level. So we'll see how it goes. The market seems quite bullish, not bullish, but shows some strength for the bulls, at least on this level. There are some buyers. Now we'll try probably to fail the VWAP. Okay, we see now the bulls are testing the intraday DVA high. I'm not sure if I'm keen to short from there, to be honest, because we're still very low on the range, but we're within a possible channel here, if we call it like this. You see. It's a bit risky to short from here. But I see the buyers are getting absorbed. They can't go anywhere. I may take the trade when we re-enter, but I don't want to take it now. I just want to see a second retest, probably of the highs, and then because if I try to take it on the first, we may see something like that happening. We may pull back and then aim for the highs. So what I want to see is basically either a second retest and then take it, or something like this happening, testing it, and then okay, I'm surprised now it's retesting the DVA high. Volume is getting absorbed though. This is where the weekly VPOC is, 57.62, and the monthly VPOC. So it makes sense to take a shot from there if it can break it. Okay, we see the price is breaking the weekly VPOC now and is going to test the highs now. So this is an area of interest if it fails. We see the bulls, very good volume so far, but as I said, I'm not looking to sell. I'm not looking to buy, sorry. Unless we break that level. If we break above, yes, then I'll be looking probably to buy. So we wait and see how the price is gonna react towards the 57.73. Okay, it's very bullish, especially if we break above the level we tested during the news. And we break the overnight high, yes, that's probably I'll be looking to long. Okay, the longs are keep pushing. They are testing the high time frame level now, and the previous DVA VWAP testing the about to test the overnight highs. We may have a trending day today. It's positive already, almost 0.5% for the first like 20 minutes. Okay, we see some reaction here. Okay, I think I'm gonna try and short it. If it comes within the DVA high, I'll take my chances and short it if it comes below this level here. Still just retesting it. The volume is still heavy on the upside. It's very bullish candle on the weekly. I haven't seen that for quite a long time. Okay, so retesting it again. These high time frames. I'm gonna try and short it, having as a stop loss above the high time frame. It's a bit risky, but I see some great absorption on the side, and we're on the high time frames as well. It's a bit risky though, because we see the bulls are very strong today. Okay, see some initial reaction. Let's see if it's gonna accept it within the DVA. Nope. Maybe I was too fast there too. I did a bit of the rust entry. I should have waited to enter below here. I get this level. Anyway, this is what it is. So let's see now if it's gonna break it. Just waiting to see if there's gonna be any reaction. I don't want to get out of the trade a bit early, just in case we have indeed the big absorption. I'm just going to wait to see the reaction to the overnight highs. That was a mistake for me there. Hopefully it won't cost me, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm just gonna get out now. Just gonna wait and see. There is absorption, but I have the feeling it's gonna break it. Mm, yeah, the volume still keep pushing. Still pushing. just want to see how price is going to react to the incoming volume. So we see now price is declining even though there is volume pushing higher, which is a good sign. But we need to see some continuation. So nothing, just keep pushing. The volume is coming. Let's see if it's going to break the overnight high. Okay, let's see. Okay, now testing the highs, the overnight highs. Let's keep testing them. The volume is still strong, and that is a worrying factor. I think it looks like it's gonna be like a bullish trend day to day if it breaks that level. We're still not doing anything. We're just sitting on our hands because we see it hasn't broken that level yet. It's a bit of a tricky situation. We see some reaction there. I wasn't able to break it. But we're still in the dangerous zone because it didn't break, but it hasn't reverted yet. So okay, we see that the prices keep pushing. We're on the button to close our position if it blips above. Which I think it's gonna do now. Let's see. Okay, I think the volume is very persistent. Tries to reject it, but it's still persistent. So it looks like the buyers are in control at the moment, momentarily. We see some minor reaction, but not enough volume to push down. Let's see if it's gonna turn to a bearish move. It was very rash decision to go in here. I should have waited either to the very highs here or for the price to get in the DVA and then short it. So that was a very bad execution mistake. So we'll see how it's gonna turn out. Okay, we're trying to hit the VWAP now. We may stop at the VWAP, so I'm just ready to close my trade if price doesn't break it. Because we may as well do this, boom, and try again to the highs. So I'm ready to close my trade at the VWAP if I see, it's not going anywhere. Still the sellers are having problem, reaching there. I'm ready also to close my position in case the price go higher. So to protect my, okay, I close my position. Wait to see. It's gonna be any form of continuation to the downside. And I'm ready to re-enter. Okay, there is some form of continuation. So now we can hold until the VWAP or DVA low, but we're gonna trail it. The sellers are keep pushing. The fact that we did 3 candles, one of the other is lower, it is a good sign. So now we're gonna hold it. The entry is not ideal. I want to go here, to enter here, but we had some levels, so I didn't want to get involved, to be honest. So we'll see if we're gonna break the VWAP. Just gonna give it some space. I try to protect, my account in case of reversal. So I may have to close it if we start reversing again. The volume is still coming, but it can push through. Okay, seems like there is continuation there. Okay. Yep, that's a good sign. Okay. Just gonna protect our profits to the VWAP now. And we'll try. Our ultimate target is here, but I may have to take it out of the DVA low. The volumes keep pushing. I'll leave it for a bit to see if there's gonna be any more continuation to the downside, because the level is very extreme. Okay, the volume is very high now. Just keep pushing it. I may have to take my. Okay, we see some reversal now. Let's see where the candle is gonna close. I'm willing to take around here my profits. Just gonna close it because I saw there was no continuation. I saw there was no continuation to the downside. So I'll just close the profits for now. but also there was a bit lag here to move, to close my position and everything. So in some cases, I think it would be better to just set my limits, my taking profit limits uh, here, since I will cost here, to take it my limits. Don't take any chances because I lost some money around here. I could profit. Still, we are up 3% for the day, which is okay. And we'll see now how the price is going to react. Yeah, just to recap again, just in case you missed it. Here we have, let me show you it's a bit of a lag here. So basically, that's the weekly. And let me magnify it. So basically, we see these weeklies are from September. They're for a long time ago. It's for 6 months ago, so when the price was still here. But we still, they are very actively playing part in the price movement. Let me come back to today's. Okay, so we still is playing very active role. So my hype was basically either short from here, here, take the lows, short from here, or short from here. I attempted now to short from the tops, but it didn't go all the way down. And also it's very bullish. So may as well try and short again if it tests it. Even though the bullish are quite strong there. But we're still in a bearish scenario. So basically these are the upper and the lower extremes. So basically my hypo is to try to short from here or take the breakdown or short from the quarterly. Okay, let's see, it's very okay. We still that we are trying to retest the highs. So we're gonna try to retest the overnight highs, which is this green level. So I'm gonna try to test it again because as I'm gonna show you later, but yesterday there was like a similar situation where the price did like this and then dropped down. And I took only this yesterday, but later I saw that I missed a big opportunity. So my thinking is if it tests it again for third time, I'm just gonna short it again. And hopefully this time I'm gonna get a bigger move to the downside. But here my execution was terrible because I should have ended here and not wait for a long time. And here I should have just taken profits because I missed this part because I ended late. And then here because I didn't take profits, I put my stop loss here. So I missed I took only this part of the trade, which is just one half of the whole trade actually. So we tested again the highs. I'm gonna short it again. Okay. It seems we're getting a good reaction from the DVA highs. So I'm trying to short it again. We are looking at some point for a bigger move to the downside. That could be just one small pullback to the downside if it works, but I'm not sure if it's gonna work. Just gonna give it some space and time. It seems there's a big absorption there. We'll see how it's gonna work because this this trade is not coming from high time frames, so it has lower chances of success. So I'm just gonna try and be very cautious. We see there's another retest. I may have to get early if we see something. Okay, we see this. I don't see there's any continuation. I don't see there's any continuation to the downside. So I just got out. There's no point of, even if it's gonna work, even if it's gonna work out in the end, it's not something I'm interested in getting involved. I was expecting momentum, pullbacks, bam, bam. Didn't happen, so I'm just out of the trade. So we see price is hovering. We're still in the profits, but we lost half of the profits from the first trade. So now we just have to basically hold on. Now we see some continuation now, but nothing much. It's very fainted. Very fainted. And that's why I start to realize that maybe probably the bullish today they try to retake control. Because you see the sellers I can't push down. So I'm not gonna do anything around here now. I'm gonna wait again to see if we reach again to reject it from here or break it as we did in the hypos. Yeah, we see now big reaction that we wanted to see before, but the price action was very bad. So that's why I decided not to risk anymore. Just in case it blows in our faces and goes and tests it again. So I don't even regret it for getting out. It's very bad, choppy action. So basically now we're almost in the middle of the range, so it doesn't make any sense to get involved. Because remember, if we have range price action, we try to fade it either from the top or from the bottom to the other side, because we know the sellers are in control, like in general. So we try to go with the flow with the big players, and we try to short the price action from the tops. Uh, so basically that's what we tried to do before, but we didn't get much. We tried again, the price action was very bad, so I just got out, even though we would be in profit now. So there's nothing to do now, just basically sitting and wait for the price to go to 57.24. It may take some time for the price action to, unwind and find the, a proper very good flow. So we just have to sit on our hands. Yeah, we see now the price action is getting clearer. So there's some absorption from the weekly DVA low. But as I said, we're not interested in that now. We'll just wait to see how it's going to react to the lows. It would be nice to take, like what I call these trades. Basically, we took one as our hypo from this area. We took some profits all the way down here. But again, what I tried here to take again, which didn't work because we had some choppy action here. But what I try again, in all these little trades, the ranges, they're very good because in trade, not everything, not in trading, not every day is gonna work out as you plan. So this trade is just gonna keep you alive in your trading account, especially when later you're gonna rely, uh, on trading to pay your bills and everything. And these small trades, they're gonna make up your bills and your expenses. These are like routine trades, like pullbacks, continuation. Okay, so we see some good price action now from the sellers, but we're still in a bullish here. So we'll just try to penetrate it. And you see, sometimes you just have to give price some time. I was quite impatient here, and I rushed to take it out my position. And here, again, I rushed to get in. So you always need to have some kind of like a middle ground where you say, okay, I rushed it now, I'm gonna wait a little bit later, or I got out now very early, I need to give it some more time. So I got out here and you see like it played very well. So we could have captured now, let's say 50, 60s, 23 points so far. And we have potential to go more. It's it's very difficult to find this kind of balance, but it comes with screen time, to be honest. There's no right or wrong. So sometimes the tape is gonna go fast, sometimes the tape is gonna go slow, it's gonna trick you. Okay, we see now that the price action has become a little bit more clear, and we are like 50 minutes in the opening, but nothing major. We just tested the upper extreme, but nothing major, to be honest. Also, a nice tactic regarding the trading management, the trade management, is, for example, if you have two contracts, now we trade with one contract, but if you trade with two contracts, you can take, for example, like one contract here, then you can leave the entry point here, can leave the stop here, one of the account, one of the contracts, and then you can take profits, and then right at the top, you can just enter a second contract again, take a second trade with two contracts again. That's a nice management, but you need two contracts. If you have one contract, you don't risk, giving your profits back in case that one it doesn't, stop here and it goes back to your entry. So basically, with one contract, you just have to take one scalp at a time in order to secure your profits. But it depends again on the style of trading. Sometimes I prefer scalps, but some others they try to do swing trading and they say, okay, gonna end here based on the weekly, and I'm gonna, try to take my profit to the downside. But I prefer closing my profits, and rest assured, it's not gonna happen while I'm not at the chart. Or, like here, you see, there was a pullback. I'm going again. Yeah, some people like some others they would just end it here like I did, and then would just, leave it running. Put profits here and just leave it running. But for me, it's always like, secure profits level to level. Because in every level, you never know what the price is gonna do. Sometimes it may seem obvious, but sometimes, you know, price may come back, take you out, and then continue to the downside. So it's very good to secure profits, you know, every level on the way. Like here, if you enter here, you could put your stop loss right here. So when it breaks back, you got your profit, you're done. So we saw some reaction from the view up there, probably another pullback. But as we see, the price action is not clear. It's very choppy at some areas, so I think it's going to become clear if we break below. price action has slowed very like a lot now. It's not, it doesn't look ready even to test again the level, but that may change anytime. So just keep watching it. Okay, we see the bulls trying to push now more seriously. So we're testing the level again now. We'll see if it's gonna break it. You see, sometimes all you have to do is just give price action, some time to develop. Because it's not always perfect. You see how choppiness was here, even though in general it did what we're expecting to do, pull back here and pull back at the VWAP. But still was quite messy. So I think it's gonna break now, but it looks like it. Okay, let's see if there's gonna be any more continuation. Just give it some more time. Okay, I'm gonna put a short here. I'm gonna put my stop a little bit wide. And then we are now looking to take profits at the quarterly, which is around 56.87 or something. Okay, around here. So basically this area around. We may see some pullback now because we just reached the extremes of the VWAP. We did break the level though, very forcefully. The volume is very large, as you see here. So we may see some continuation, but we may see some pullback as well, which is very normal. I'm just gonna give it some time now to work out. This one is a good position to take profits. So we are looking for 37 points profits, which is decent if it works out. And our plan is always, our high time frame is always our guidance. So just getting around here and just looking to take profits around here, just below the quarterly VWAP. If I see some decent price action, I may delay taking my trade out and just gonna, take my just trail it and see if it goes lower. But this is my target basically. So with that in mind, we're just gonna wait now. We're gonna give trade some space to develop. We may see some minor pullbacks here again to the level to 57.20s, which is the previous day low. So we may see some pullback here again. Not necessarily, but there's chances. Just gonna wait here and hold it as much as I can. Okay, we're going to a major test now to see if it's gonna hold major level. There is some initial reaction. We may take some time to break it. As always, we're gonna give it time. There's no any, this is technical level. There's no high time frame here. So even though I say try to take it level to level, in this instance, I'm just gonna give it some time because we may have some pullbacks, and I'll try to work our way down to the quarterly, which is around here. So that's my plan. Also around here, around yeah, around this level is the -1.5 of the weekly, so we may see some reaction there. Just the VWAP always. The price is trying to break the major level. There's some nice continuation of the price. Yeah, the price is very bearish now. There was, according to Martini, this was part of a megaphone. Let's see, I'm going to show you if I have it somewhere here. And that's what broke. If I see the levels, if I find it somewhere. Yeah. So basically, this is Mancini's technical levels. So you see this megaphone, what he calls it, is basically like a wedge, like a decompression, you can call it, or wedge. And this is what it broke now. and we're just heading lower. Okay, the price seems to be going nicely, pushing right at the boundaries of the VWAP, always within a band. So very nice progressive. Okay, we're going very nicely. I haven't seen any pullback yet. We may see one now, maybe. We're just right at the edges. Normally I would take my profits here, but because we are pushing very hard to the lows, it's very bearish scenario since we broke that megaphone and the high time frame. And I see all this price action, and that gives me, the signal to hold it a little bit longer. I'm just gonna give it some room to play out. I was expecting a pullback here or here to this level, but I don't expect anything major since we broke down very violently here. So possibly I see some continuation up to these levels, at least here. So we'll see how it goes. So I expect to see some kind of continuation to the downside now, even though we have some major points here. Basically, that's the only one standing between our profits just before the previous quarterly VWAP. Yeah, I was expecting to see a back test of the previous day low. So there's nothing wrong with the action price now. But it would be wrong if we see a recovery of this price action. If we go backwards here. You will see some reaction on the previous day low. So the sellers are holding the level so far. And that gives a signal that it's gonna try and retest here. If that during the retest now fails, I may consider taking my position out at the lows if it fails to break, because I'm not gonna risk another pullback. And that was kind of risky, to be honest, because we always have to take level to level. So if it goes here, my process would tell me to put the stop loss here, just take the profits, whatever the profits may be. It could be 5 points, it could be 8 points, it could be, whatever. And I violated my process during this one, let it, to the backside. But I thought this time I may just give it a go and see whether the high time frames is gonna, play out. But always remember the high time frames, they just give the context. But the levels, the actual levels, is the one that is going to play out in the end. So we see bulls are trying to reclaim a retest. Let's give it a few more minutes. Wow. Okay, we see very violent price breaking. We were not taking out for some reason. Okay, there was a very huge delay there, so I'm not sure how much it costed us. Okay, so that's why I always learn from my mistakes, and that's why I always take it level to level. And this is what we saw here. There was a reclaim of this level. It was like a failed breakout. And as I said, when a failed breakout, we have to buy the reclaims. And we're gonna buy just that, the reclaims. So we bought the reclaim and did that the VWAP. Let's see if the bulls want to continue to the upside. Price action is very weird. I'll take out my position now because the buyers had to defend this position. They had to reclaim it. They reclaimed it. So in theory, they need to push up. Okay, let's see how price is gonna react again. Could be like probably that was a relief bounce. Okay, we may have one or two attempts. If we break again this level, I may attempt again to enter. Because after the big relief bounce, we may see price actually to break this level. This is why I always say secure your profits. And I didn't follow my process in this time, so just pay the price, I guess. But always follow the process. Secure profits level to level. I let it run this time, hopefully to get down to the quarterly. And if I had secured my profits when it took me out, I would already, began with, I don't know, 3 or 4% for the day. That would be amazing. But yeah, I didn't do that. So I'm down now 6% around. So we have 1 or 2 attempts depending. So it seems price is going according to the rhythm. So let's see if we get this right this time. If price probes below, I will enter. And this time I will secure my profits because it goes back. Okay, let's try and sell it now. Uh, Taking the stop below the previous. We see some reaction there, but a bit of a failure to continue. Okay, we see like bulls are trying to gain control. Yeah, bulls are trying to gain control. So I'm just gonna enter a long now with 2 contracts. And I'm just gonna take 1 contract right at the VWAP. And the second contract is gonna be right at the top. Just about here. And what caused me to put a long now is because I was expecting according to rhythm to go like this and retest it. Price failure to do that. It was stopped at the previous day low and now is attempting to do this. Like a pullback at the previous day low. And that was my signal now, my confirmation to go long, aiming the cross of the VWAP. Yes, I'm not sure if we're gonna make it that far, and I'm not sure if we're gonna cover our losses. Uh, but that's a good sign. That that goes according to our process. Now, just taking the trades within the DVA. Okay, now it's battling a little bit the price, maybe a little bit choppy here. I'm just gonna give it some time. I expect price maybe to retest the VWAP or even go higher. If it doesn't go higher, I'm just gonna put, just gonna put my levels here, and so I'm gonna take both at the VWAP if it goes there. So if we give it some room again to play, today was a little bit confusing. We still are within the range. Hasn't broken out. I mean, we broke out. We did that. That was a failed breakout so far because we did the price didn't continue lower, and the buyers just reclaimed it. So buyers need to work their way up and reclaim all this up to the highs again. Cool. We see the sellers are trying to take control again. It's very confusing. I may take my position out and if I don't see anything and done for the day, unless I see something breakthrough. Because it's very confusing price action. So we see sellers getting absorbed there. They still continue to retest the levels, but they are failing. So that failure, that was I was taking when I put my long, that failure to go down, it may be a signal for the buyers to try to reclaim their ground. And according to the technicals, always technical aspects and price action, when price recovers from a breakdown point as it did now, that was a breakdown point recovered, then it seems that the buyers had started to gain control. And that was also supported by their failure again to push down. So I expect now for the buyers at least to test the VWAP again, at least. But there's still a conflict here, so we'll see how it's gonna end up. Mm, mm. It's a very choppy area because the DVA low is pushing down and the level holds. So there's very choppy area, this one. But the DVA hasn't broken yet to the upside. It broke only once during the relief bounce. So we're not sure basically who's gonna win, the DVA low or the previous day low. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, we see the sellers are pressing. They can't break lower. So we're expecting a solution now at some point. Yeah, this kind of trades I don't like, holding my position through the choppy area and uncertainty. But I still have signals to hold my trades. As previous day low holds, I will stand. I will continue holding my trades. I see some absorption as well, so we see the sellers are trying to gain control again. If we drop below the previous day low and we break it, I'll try to go short and hold it. You see, I try to break it now, but there's still a lot of resistance in the buyers. The situation. I think the sellers are trying to gain control now. Yes. Okay, just closing my position and I'm entering. Okay, I'm holding my position. We see the buyers, they reclaimed the level, but they failed to go any higher. The sellers are trying to regain control, but still is a lot of uncertainty. So I'm gonna play on multi-level. I'm gonna take we have three. So we see that uncertainty we're just talking about. I just rushed again to put in a trade, even though I was seeing some reaction here. But still, the buyers, they don't give up. I hope we won't see another relief bounce, because the last time we just broke through the VWAP. This is why, this is why as a trader you need to be very calm, not to do like any rash decisions, and no matter what the price goes, if you have, like a conviction, stick to it. Like for me, like, we went down here, we failed to go down, but this has now became a choppy area. But according to the rhythm, the price should be reclaimed now, because as we saw before, the buyers had their chance to go high here, but they failed because the DVA held them out, and they will say to the price, "Oh, I want you to stay, I want you to stay outside of the DVA, go down there, And that's why I placed the short. As soon as we broke again, we probed it. I just played the short. Just I need to give some time to play out. And what I'm gonna do, I have three stops to head into the high. If I'm taking out again, so be it. I'm done for the day. If just in case we see another relief bounce. These are very very difficult trading situations, to be honest. I think I'm gonna close my trade anyway. I don't know. Even though the price action, even though the rhythm says it's gonna test it again, there's a lot of uncertainty in here. I may need to wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit for price to clear out. There's no point of holding my position now. You see still the buyers, they can't push any higher. It's a lot of, until I see some acceptance above that level, there's a lot of conflict, you see. That's why I stay out now and wait for the price action to clear out. And the choppiness continues. So there's a lot of buyers studying in here, and we saw how violent was the reaction the last time we checked. But they still, despite the reaction, they couldn't break the VWAP. So it means, in theory, the sellers are still in control. Let's try another shot from here. Something tells me that it's gonna. Okay, so it's been a lot of time. It's been around 20 minutes. So it's been 20 minutes of the price. It's been out of the DVA low. So it means that the sellers is trying to establish a position now. And that's why I entered. Because also sometimes you have to factor price. If price spends at least 20-30 minutes at a certain area, in this occasion there's below the DVA low, so it means that they're establishing their position outside, and that's what I'm gonna count on to see some rebounds to the lower. Okay, we see again the price constantly testing that level. Okay, just gonna add it up another. So I'm just gonna take 3 contracts down here again to the downside. And I keep the other two just about here. I'm just gonna trail it. I have my stops a little bit wide. Just in case it does some kind of, like a blip again and takes us out. Because my long-term thesis, at least for the day, it's like we're gonna go down. Okay, I'm gonna do a small break. I'm leaving my position on, and yeah, just gonna do a break and be right back in 15-20 minutes. Hopefully, this price hostage is gonna come to an end at some point. So I'm still here. I haven't been anywhere. I just saw the price action now, and I'm gonna stay a little bit longer on the laptop. Uh, you see, it seems like the price is trying to get resolved at 57.05. We're gonna take some profits there. If price manages to get down there, of course. Okay, we got some profits there, and now we're gonna come to break even. And hopefully we'll see the break of this level again. I see the price can't break it so far. Just gonna give it a few more seconds. If it doesn't break it, just gonna close my trade. Just gonna give it a few more seconds. There's an absorption. Okay, let's see if it's gonna test it. It's trying to test it. Okay, price goes well so far. So we'll see if it's gonna break it this time. If it doesn't break it, I'm just gonna take my trade out. Okay, it seems like it's finding some reaction. Let's see with the level where it should break or reverse. Prices keep pushing. Okay, prices keep pushing. Reversing. It seems it can't push any lower. Okay. Let me see if we're so okay. We closed our position now because I didn't see price breaking. If we break below, I may enter, but possibly we're gonna see another rejection now. Okay, guys, that's me for the day. Uh, I don't see. I'm not sure if I was gonna see anything else happening. I may wait a little bit to see if this level is gonna break in the end, because what I suspect is after we break this level, the price is just gonna collapse. Even though at here there's also a big gap. Here we have the quarterly. So I'm just gonna wait and see if price does break this level. We can go a little bit more heavy here and cover this ground. Again, it's like scalping, so not a big thing. Okay, we see that the price is still pressing. It hasn't broken the level yet, but it hasn't retreat yet as well. So okay, see price action is nice. Okay, that's what I want to see. The probe, the violent reaction, and we're just gonna take it level to level and stay there. And this is probably our last trade for the day. So we have the quarter is around here. This is a minor as well, so we may end up like getting here. So, but I'm not interested in holding anymore in my position. So my plan, actually, I'm just gonna take the majority of my position here. Okay, so I took the majority of my position, and I have only one runner, which I plan to keep. Okay, so I'm holding a position. I'm holding like a minor runner now, and it's a break even. So if price does not reverse and keep going, the worst case scenario was still in profits. So in any case scenario, we're gonna do 4% for the day. So I'm still holding in case we see some taking profits here, and I'm gonna trail it again level to level. I'm just waiting to see how it's gonna react to this level. So now it's basically risk free. We've capped already 4% for the day, which is really nice. If you think about the negative position we were just in, we got ourselves out. So the worst case scenario, we're gonna end up with 4%. In the best case scenario, we'll see how far it was gonna go. It's gonna give it. I have the impression it's gonna go way down. So I'm just trying to see any reactions we had in the past. This level is a kind of like a fresh, the quarterly. We tested the level many times, in the past, but not the developing value, not the static. I'm expecting price to really dump now. As I said, we've captured 4% already, no matter what. And I'm gonna risk some of my excessive earnings to see if we can cap some more. This is a nice strategy, to be honest, because 4% is decent. So I want to use my excessive another 4% in order to capture some extra gains. So if we see the high time frames, we are close to the VWAP, but we haven't really tested it. Okay, price is holding up here because you have a technical level. I'm expecting at least to test the VWAP, which is around here. Which is around, oh, it's around here. So we see there is some absorption. Usually the price does respect the high time frames and it tests them sometimes to the level. So I'm expecting for the price to test that level, which is around here. Around here. So that's why I'm holding my trade now. I'm holding my runner because I see the pullback didn't happen. So basically got absorbed. So just wait for the price to break at some point. If we break lower this level and test the quarterly, then I'm gonna just bring down my stop loss around here. But now there's nothing I can do, to be honest. Just gonna put horizontal array. Where is the profits? Just to keep an eye. So I'm just waiting to see where the price is gonna dip and test the actual quarter, which is around here, so I can bring my stop loss and bank these profits. But now there's nothing I can do unless I, just let the price action do its thing. See a lot of absorption from the sellers. Again, some more absorption. I'm expecting to test the high time frame at least. Okay, that's curious. Absorption again, but they can't break down. Let's see if they're gonna break down now. Okay, we see the sellers are trying to push. If I don't see any potential downside, I may close my trade. Just waiting to see. Sometimes waiting must be a good thing, but sometimes waiting too much. It seems that it's time for reversal. So, but I see all this absorption. That's why I'm just holding the price. Okay, we saw another very instant testing and some reaction. Let's see if it's gonna test it again. The price action has been really slow. And the sellers are still holding the price. Let's try to break through the level now. Okay, we see another candle. Let's see how this candle is gonna close. Okay, it's pushing again, testing the level again. Let's see if it's gonna break it. Okay, seems to be breaking it. Strong reaction there again, but continues to pressing it. The strong reaction again. Seems that the market really wants to break that level. Keeps pressing it again. Another candle forming. See another reaction. Another reaction. Let's see if it breaks that level now. Okay, seems to be breaking it, but very slowly. And there's a lot of reaction there as well. Just gonna bring my stop loss above the previous candle. I'm just gonna leave it there for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there for now. It seems it hasn't having problems breaking it. We're testing it repeatedly. Okay, seems to be testing now about the quarterly. We expect some volume because it's a quarterly. VWAP. Just gonna tighten my stop loss again. If it believes I'm taking out, in any case, I get my profits. If it breaks below, which it should break below if it really wants to come down, so be it. I'm still banking my profits. I gave it some time before to react here. Since we went below, I'm just gonna follow my trailing my trade. And now from now on, I'm just gonna take it bar to bar. So getting below, so I'm just gonna go bar to bar again. Just tighten my stop. If it reverses, so be it. Okay, the price seems to be breaking, but it's going very slow now. Okay, we see some very good price action now. Okay, now we're testing the quarterly. Let's see if we're gonna find some resistance. Again, I'm just gonna. So we hit our target. Whatever we have now, just a bit of extra. Machine testing the quarterly. It's been a nice ride so far, this trade. I can't really complain. It's been a nice ride. Yes, seems to be breaking it. Let's see. Just gonna give it some space. I'm very light now, so I don't really matter for a few ticks. Yeah, we see some reaction. We got taken out, and our today's profits. It is not bad. It's 11%, 11.5, 11.5. Very nice trade. That was really a nice trade. Yeah, took a little bit of patience to work out. It may continue, to be honest, it may continue. But we got our piece. We got around from 57 until we got around very good 17 points. Price may continue, but it's okay. I'm happy with our profits. It's the next target, if continues, is basically the weekly. It's 56, 54. 56, 54. It's around, it's this level. If it breaks a quarterly, but I'm happy with our profits. Uh, it's been a very interesting day, very tough day today. We were down like a lot, and we were just patient enough. We took a few trades here that didn't work as we wished because there was a lot of choppy action. Then we fell a lot behind because this one just probe up and we didn't secure profits. That was bad management. Then we lost a few money as well here because there was a lot of choppy action, but soon I realized it's not going anywhere. I would just stayed out a little bit and I would saw just price getting accepted outside. Then I entered again, and yeah, we got some good profits to the quarterly as it was our plan initially. So it was a very good job. That was a very tough day for the price action, especially here. Anyway, that's it for the day. Just about 2 hours and a quarter since the opening. I'm just gonna record our screen for our diary. There's a lot of trades going on today. So I'm just gonna record it a little bit more wide. Just understand how price moved to the downside. And now just this price action. And now just gonna record without the labels, most more over a price action since the start of the day. So I'm going to record this since the start of the opening. It's about here. And then I'm going to record the high time frames. And I'm going to record again all the charts from the high time frames, like a big picture. Okay, and I'm going to record my balance, which I do like every day. Okay, guys, that was the end of the stream for today. If you were just watching, and thank you for staying so late with me. And it was a big lesson today about first risk management, and second about be patient, and third about taking profits level to level. So we hope this lesson was learned, and we're just moving on. Yeah. Have a nice session if you haven't finished, and have a nice evening. You take care, okay?